the country Iran, like what comes to your mind?
Lots of women with black cloaks on.
Oh, really? Okay.
And preachers thundering.
I would say very, very strict Muslim country, and yeah, a lot of sand, definitely.
Sand?
Yeah.
Okay,
I don't know, war?
War?
Yeah.
Okay, anything else?
No.
No?
Oranges?
Oranges? Okay, cool.
It's an Eastern country that wants to be a Western ally, I think, but because of the mixture in ideologies, and it's a bit of a collision between who they think they need to be and what they need to do to stand up next to a Western country.
I don't necessarily have any stereotypes or any sort of prejudices in terms of Iran and that kind of stuff. Obviously there's more political kind of situations going on, but I don't know, I have a very naive sense of the world, in that I generally accept things to be relatively happy in terms of things unless I've been shown otherwise.
What about Iran? What comes to your mind when I say Iran?
More war?
Okay.
The Ayatollah,
Oh, yeah?
the head case.
Yeah.
Obviously, him and there's this nuclear thing that's going on at the moment with them. They keep telling us that they've got nuclear weapons, and we don't know if they have or if they haven't.
Yeah.
Okay. A bit secret.
What's your opinion of the country Iran? What comes to your mind?
Friends.
Friends? You got friends?
I've got Iranian friends, yeah.
Okay.
I'm very interested by it. I'd love to visit, actually.
I think it gets very bad press with Trump. I think the portrayal makes it sound very extremist, but I think the impression that's given through the media is quite often distorted. But I don't think it's helped by the Western world, so I don't think we necessarily get an accurate portrayal.
Well, honestly, I have some friends from there, so they pop into my mind.
Cool. What do you know about the country through them?
Nothing.
My best friend, his name is Said Salami, and he is a cardio doctor. We've been medical students for 7 years, and we heard about Iran so many things. And I love it, because I found the people very kind and friendly and open, and I feel so sorry because after Iran, always in my mind come Iraq. What I'm so more negative about Iraq, because I thought people there more tough and the country more aggressive. But Iranian people lovely and country is make positive thinking when I'm thinking about those people.
Good friends, good food.
Okay.
Yeah.
What about the perception you see in the media though?
Everybody can be bad. Very emotional about what happened in Manchester because that's my hometown. But unfortunately, it's just a state that we live in, and it doesn't matter about the race, the religion. Everybody's a person, and it doesn't matter about where you come from, or it's about the human being that creates these nasty acts.
Shah of Iran, I remember that many years ago. The war with Iraq at some point.
I would have said war. Personally, but
I have not been, but also I enjoy the cuisine. I mean, there's conflict in every country, but I imagine you just have to go to these places and be open-minded and experience them and make your own opinion.
I think it's a country that probably become more liberal, and as a younger generation asserts itself. So I think there's reason to be hopeful. Well, they needed a revolution because they had a very autocratic monarchy, so the people deserved better than that. But the way history plays out, it takes a while for these things to move from one stage to the next. It's not always a smooth process. It's a step forward, a step backward.
Like conflict, yeah. I just think of conflict and religion. I don't know a lot about Iran.
Okay.
And war.
War?
Yeah.
Okay.
Don't really know.
No?
There's an awful lot going on. Don't really know. They're trying to rehabilitate themselves internationally. That would be a good thing. If we can help stabilise the whole region, that'd be even better.
Yeah.
But I don't know the details really.
Nuclear facilities. That's my first thing that comes to my mind.
Yeah. What else?
Volleyball.
Really?
They play volleyball.
Oh,
Yeah, they
cool.
recently play volleyball in Poland actually. So.
Oh, really?
Yeah, women rights maybe, that's what comes to my mind, because I know there's some problems there that they don't allow women to watch sports or play sports.
Defence-wise, I think they could be a very, very good ally, but much the same as a lot of far west or eastern countries, they're built on their nuclear sort of capabilities and what they seem to think they need to do to puff their chest up. So they're a small country, but with incredible history and incredible capabilities. They've got the right sort of leader, but I think there needs to be a lot of work on ties to the country in order to sort of have a bit of a level pegging playing field. Sanctions and that are absolutely ridiculous. with Iran at the moment. And I think if they were relaxed, I think the country would relax as a whole.
In Croatia, we don't get that many news about East, and I believe that most of the things are mostly through perspective of Western world. So I honestly don't believe them that much. I know that they're presenting us that there are a lot of struggles, especially with the neighboring countries. But like I said, I do not put much faith into it.
I think I heard once that is the country from where the roses came. I know there is beautiful old civilization and architecture with temples and like that. Now it's liberalizing, I hope, because the tougher period is ended.
I love this country.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Why? Why do you like
I
it?
love it because it's very international.
Okay.
Yeah, that's why probably. Because, for example, I'm from Lithuania, and it's a total different environment.
Well, I wish Iran well, because it's a big country. Its attitude to the rest of us is very important, as is our attitude to them.
Yeah, because you'd remembered the revolution as well and how things were before that. So.
Yes, I do. Yeah, well, it's just a sort of natural progression, wasn't it? People just wanted to have more to say, but I think they swapped one dictatorship for another. Well, I hope they get it sorted out because make a difference to all of us.
Yeah. Probably misrepresented. They probably do things their own way, I would say. They've got a mind of their own, but they're portrayed pretty badly.
Yeah.
I don't think they're the good guys, but they're not maybe as bad as what's made out.
Yeah, and I think it's possibly a country that's progressing a bit and coming out of a really bad time. Yeah.
The old Iranian Empire,
Yeah.
which was beautiful and which has been spoiled.
Yeah.
But it can come back again. Hopefully it will come back and be peaceful.
And that's very interesting because in church this morning, these were the things we were praying for.
Oh, really?
Yes.
This very thing for peace, world peace. I would like to see peace. We all would like to see it, but that was mainly a focus for me for today.
It would actually be
Yes.
nice if people who say they're religious would follow their religion. Because there's no wicked religion. It's all lovely and peaceful. I actually don't think the people are made out to be evil. It's perhaps the governing regime that people consider evil. In fact, people say that about our Prime Minister.
They label it.
Yes,
yeah.
people
that's
do
right.
label. People
Yes.
do label. They do,
That's a shame.
unfortunately.
I don't really know much about Iran. I associate it with Persia, the culture. That's kind of what I think about, and also conflict going on there.
Yeah, it's not in the media quite a lot in America.
Yeah, I'd say so. Iran often is portrayed as sort of a scary place in the media.
Peacekeepers and soldiers in Iran, so I think of that. I think of sort of US troops sort of going into Iran, and other than that I don't really know too much about it.
Extremely good art.
Oh yeah?
Mm-hmm.
Well.
There you go. Also very historically old, fantastic carpets, interesting modern film culture that I don't know enough about.
In Western media, especially in the US and here in Britain, you know, their views are that they're a danger to the whole world. Personally, I see North Korea as more of a danger than Iran. I think there's got to be some form of respect. You know, there's been very recently elections there. The people of Iran voted against, well, from what I gather here in the media here, against extremism, like people with quite full views. I think, unfortunately, a lot of people, because of their nuclear arsenal, and because of obviously this whole awful Islamophobia that's going about, which has totally gone sky high since, am I allowed to swear? Since fucking Trump got in. See, he's just expanded it because he's in control of one of the most powerful nations. So until Islamophobia and all types of kind of racism disappear, then people's views of that country are going to be dictated by what the media says, which is unfortunately, they see them as a threat. I don't know. I try and avoid the media, to be honest. It makes me angry.
I've never been, but I think there's loads of beautiful people there. I've met a girl 2 years ago while I was travelling in Nepal, and she was very nice and told me about her culture, and yeah, I liked it.
I have no idea actually. Probably misunderstood because I know very little about it at all. If not misunderstood, then just ununderstood. I know it's, is it technically an Arab country? I'm not even completely sure, to be honest with you. I know Iran's relationship with the US has developed a lot recently, and so several decades ago there's a lot of tension between kind of Iran and the West, and that seems to have we seem to be past that.
I imagine it must be very beautiful with mountains and desert. I know the carpets are very famous.
Yeah.
And they'll have souks and markets.
How about the country Iran? What comes to your mind?
We don't know anything about these countries. That's shocking, isn't it?
Muslims.
Okay.
Yeah. That I've heard is a beautiful country, obviously devastated by war.
Hardline theocracy.
Okay. Anything else?
No, it's just a very difficult society.
Nuclear.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Anything else?
Persian. Ahmadinejad.
Okay, cool. Do you know any Iranians?
No, not personally.
No.
Well, I grew up in Iran, so I love it. I'd love to go back there.
Oh, so what, you were born there, or?
No, I lived there from between 5 and 9, and then I was at boarding school, but I went there, every holiday.
Shiraz.
Shiraz?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
What about Shiraz?
Well, I once had lunch with an Iranian woman up there who came from Shiraz.
Oh, really?
And it occurred to me it's a great variety, but of course she didn't really drink.
Yeah.
Except she did surreptitiously. She ordered an orange juice and then she got a wee little bottle of Scotch whisky from under the table, and when I was looking, she tipped it into her orange juice. She came from Shiraz.
Okay.
Well, it's a country I'd love to visit.
Oh, yeah?
Do you know, I've met lots of Iranians, and they are so positive and exciting and interesting. In work, exciting, interesting
Well, you should
country.
go.
Absolutely.
Great people, a lot of my friends are Iranian, and amazing food, really interesting history. I think that Iran is made out to be a baddie, and that a lot of Western states have a vested interest in trying to bring it down.
Well, if I'm honest, the kind of controversial sort of cynicism around them holding nuclear arms, that kind of was the biggest thing that kind of seemed to be mentioned about people kind of concerns about them holding nuclear arms. Beyond that, I don't really have a great picture about, again, the culture, very ignorant on all that kind of stuff. I don't think I've heard anything positive in terms of holiday destinations there. It wouldn't even come up in conversations when you're thinking about where you'd want to go.
Yeah, I know there's like Western intervention when it comes to like Iranian politics. Like they don't want a certain leader to be leader of Iran. They think he might be a threat. I don't know that much about Iran. I just know that whenever there's something political going on, we seem to hear about it, and there seems to be some kind of response from our country saying, "No, we don't like what's going on." But I don't know what's going on. Who are we to judge what goes on in their country? So.